suspect was found deceased in the basement of the residence.
We have new details tonight about the deadly end to a robbery, chase, and standoff in Wautoma. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. The Waushara County Sheriff says it all started with an armed robbery.
And it ended 7.5 hours later with one man dead. That suspect was involved in a standoff on the 600 block of South Water Street. Fox 11's Eric Peterson has more on the investigation from Wautoma.
Crime Lab investigators remained on the scene of a standoff and shooting that ended late Wednesday evening. Waushara County Sheriff David Peterson says 33-year-old Timothy Pawlacyk of rural Red Granite was found dead in the basement of this home on South Water Street in Wautoma.
We believe that in all likelihood it was from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Peterson says it started Wednesday afternoon. Pawlacyk allegedly walked into the CHN pharmacy on Highway 22 just north of the city limits, demanded the prescription painkiller OxyContin.
He did display a handgun, a small handgun at that time.
Peterson says Pawlacyk clipped a squad car as he drove toward town.
At which time one of our officers discharged at least one round in an attempt to disable the vehicle.
Peterson says Pawlacyk drove into Wautoma, but his vehicle became stuck in road construction on the city's south side. Peterson says Pawlacyk ran through the neighborhood before breaking into the Water Street home.
Just prior to him going through the window, he exchanged gunfire with another one of our officers.
Deputies determined the homeowners were on vacation. Neighbors were told to leave.
Hey, we got to get you out of the house quick. There's been shots fired right across the street. We got to evacuate you out the front.
Peterson says SWAT teams entered the building around 11 p.m. and found Pawlacyk dead downstairs. By 4 o'clock Thursday morning, many neighbors were allowed back in their homes.
What's kind of scary is he could have fled to anyone's house in this neighborhood, you know, even mine included.
In Wautoma, Eric Peterson, Fox 11 News.
2 officers have been placed on administrative leave while this investigation continues. An autopsy was scheduled for today. The results have not yet been released.